Jey Uso, a man that is one half of one of the greatest tag teams of all time. A man that went from just being a tag guy to being one of the main characters of the most influential storyline in wrestling history. And when he separated from that, he went to go on and become his own man, which led him to winning the Royal Rumble and eventually the World Champion. And it was all made possible when Jey Uso embraced the new persona in becoming the Yeet Man. But what none of us realize is that while this character is the reason that drove him to the top, it is also a trap that exposes a huge ceiling that Jey Uso just cannot reach. Hola, hola everyone! My name is Nando, and for today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the failed experiment of Jey Uso being a top star. Now let's cut all the yap and get on with the video. Now let's ask ourselves, how did this whole Yeet character begin? Well, at SummerSlam 2023, Roman Reigns defended his undisputed champion against Jey Uso. And for Jey Uso's entrance, for whatever reason, he just started doing this movement, and since seeing how the crowd reacted, he just kept on doing it. Then later on at Fastlane, Jey and Cody both teamed up together to take on the Judgment Day, and then even went on to win the tag team champions. And this then led to the infamous press conference where Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes started yapping nonsense while being drunk, and then this then led to the infamous
"It's just me, us, it does that." Come on, man. All right, yeah.
I'm gonna give you a full disclosure. Full disclosure.
Yeah.
On my whole life, basically. Because what's up, hey?
Yeah.
There's people who are getting fossil fuels. There's people who are building rockets to the moon. Really? What our families do is entertainment.
Yeah.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Cody. Congratulations.
Kasama, can you turn that down for a second?
Just turn it off a little bit.
Yeet.
Yeah. And WWE saw that and was like, well, that's wonderful. Let's make some money out of this. And so they did. They made Yeet merch. It sold very well, to the point where Jey Uso's body was absorbed with Yeet merch. Here's the thing though, from a money perspective, good for Jey. He's found something that made him a buttload of money. But on the other hand, his catchphrase has killed his entire quality as a promo guy. Who knew doing a dance for nearly 10 minutes straight would tire you out? But what's even worse is being gassed out from all that dancing and then having to cut a promo. And that's the problem with Jey Uso that he has landed himself, where he's left to do this whole Yeet dance with the crowd, but forgets that this tires him out fairly quickly, to the point where he has to rely on doing short sentences and letting the crowd say Yeet so that he has time to catch his breath. And it seems like it gets him too tired to the point to where he can't even remember his own lines. A big example of which was when he came out to celebrate his Intercontinental title win, as it was his first singles title. He did this whole dance entrance and then he grabbed the microphone. He first said he was going to be a fighting champion, Yeet. He stalls the promo for 15 seconds, starts saying 4 worded sentences so that the crowd say Yeet to give him more time to breathe. Then he wanted to cut a promo about what his mom said to him before winning the IC title, but then he was both out of breath and was slowly forgetting on what he was supposed to say. His promo with Gunther, where he's cutting a promo while he's out of breath. He'll say a few words, then prance around the ring for a bit until he remembers what to say. Rinse and repeat. This gimmick is making him tired and is making him lose focus in his promos now. Because Jey Uso was never like this. He used to cut really good promos back in the day. Damn it, I should stop saying back in the day because it makes me seem so old.
Hey, this right here is 546 days. Every tag team that stepped up, we set them down. So then, the New Day, lockdown. RK Bro, lockdown. Hey, we started this historic tag team run beating you and your daddy. Locked down.
There is passion in his heart. He does have potential to be consistent in cutting really good promos, but again, this gimmick is what's pushing him back to where he can properly express himself. But switching from gimmicks, we go on to another big issue with Jey Uso, and that's... oh my gosh, this dude is not meant for singles matches. Here's the beauty with tag team matches. It hides all your weaknesses. You wrestle for a bit, then you tag your partner in to wrestle for a bit as well. You do a hot tag and excuses you guys into doing all the hype spots in one go. That's what made the Usos become such a great team together. They were the pioneers of doing the hype spots to spice up their tag team matches, but when that's also your shtick in singles matches, Oh my gosh, you are cooked! When Jey Uso faced Jimmy Uso at WrestleMania 40, this was the match that gave fans all the fear about Jey Uso as a singles guy because all this dude did was straight up super kicks. And it's a wrestling match that's been highly rated as the worst wrestling match of 2024. And then Jey Uso would go in interviews believing that the match would have been better if they were given more time and how they should be given another rematch. Is that a threat? And another thing, his spears are terrible. They are not even spears. They are mostly just sluggish hugs. This spear is so bad to the point where he did a spear so awful that Michael Cole called it a crossbody and he was surprised that he won with it. In his Gunther feud, he was botching so consistently that people thought this was intentional for the storyline. But in reality, it wasn't because Jey Uso wrestled like normal at WrestleMania. It was just the case of Jey Uso getting too gassed out all the time. His single matches are dull and repetitive. He should just stick to doing tag matches because it hides his flaws. And finally, let's talk about Jey Uso's booking. Now let us begin with this. Jey Uso's singles run had potential. When he was Roman's first suit for the Universal Champion, he showed that fire that he can do this. He was one of the main characters regarding the Bloodline storyline, especially when Sami needed his acceptance in order for Sami to be brought into the Bloodline.
My dog.
So when Sami joined the Bloodline and helped him win the War Games match, Jey Uso hugged him and accepted him with open arms. Keep in mind, that was the loudest pop of the whole show. This is how much thought and effort was done towards his character, and you can see how much passion that Jey Uso has had within the storyline. But now, oh my gosh, it's like within every yeet he does, erases everything good about him. Because in Jey Uso's case, even if you run over his dog, kill his entire family, Jey Uso will still come out the very next week yeeting with the entire crowd as if nothing had happened. This was shown towards August of 2025 when Seth Rollins was the world champion and had a four-way feud with LA Knight, CM Punk, and Jey Uso. The one night, all the opponents started getting physical with each other and Jey Uso got tired of being pushed around, so he attacked both LA Knight and CM Punk to set a statement. Then Seth Rollins returned against all three at Clash in Paris, and that drove Jey Uso to be more mad when Jey Uso proposed that they should help LA Knight, which led Jimmy Uso to admit that Jey is not acting like himself and is acting more like Roman Reigns. So later on, when the Vision attacked LA Knight, Jimmy Uso came for the save, but when he got outnumbered, Jey Uso came for the save, but when he got outnumbered too, and when things seemed dire for the good guys, LA Knight came out of his way to save them. But even with his goodwill, Jey Uso still went out of his way to attack LA Knight. This sparked so much drama. We were all thinking to ourselves, oh my gosh, Jey Uso is so turning heel. This has me really interested in him. Even Jimmy Uso is getting tired of Jey Uso's attitude and him ordering him around. Then we have Roman Reigns, who is influencing this behavior of Jey. We have all this investment, all this intrigue, and it builds towards nothing. Seriously. Nothing. Jey Uso just went back to eating and he became the tag team champions. Well, okay then. What was the point? You finally gave Jey Uso a character and you threw it away, and this is where you begin to see that WWE has completely dropped any care for Jey Uso's writing because they see him as nothing more than a catchphrase. Jey Uso will say in many interviews that he's not just an entrance, but then there's War Games, a stipulation structured to be the most violent, traumatic, chaotic match in WWE history, and Jey Uso took the opportunity to yeet with the crowd. Jey Uso is cutting a promo about how he seriously needs to win the Rumble again in 2026. So then he came out at the Rumble and started yeeting during the middle of the match. Hell, even Roman Reigns tricked him into making as if they were going to yeet together, only for Roman to smack him out. Your own cousin made you look like a fool, and then he came on the very next night on Raw, dedicating a whole segment celebrating Roman's Rumble win. Like, yes, family's family, but holy moly, Where's the backbone, my man? Roman wasn't even there for you throughout your entire World Championship run. It's things like that that make us frustrated with Jey Uso. His character's not consistent, he can't carry himself in a match, and he's been given too many chances now. Because tell me why LA Knight, a man that got over with his charisma, is decent at wrestling, and got a 4-letter catchphrase that starts with YE over, had his match always selling top 5, but yet he doesn't get a big push, but yet Jey Uso does? Oh, but LA Knight's too old. They're both 40, damn it. Why does Gunther get his first world title win be overshadowed by Judgment Day drama, and instead of facing guys like Seth and Punk or Roman Reigns, he's facing Damian Priest and Jey Uso? But yet for Jey Uso, he had this big moment where he tapped out Gunther. Keep in mind, Jey Uso has never won a match with a submission in his entire career. But for his first program with the World Champion, he had a program with the Vision, the top heel stable of the company. Gunther has dealt with Jey Uso so much that I truly believe that he's a big cause in making Gunther lose his entire passion for professional wrestling.
You're going to be a household name as a chef, too.
Yes.
Yes.
At least that's my real passion.
Gunther's Chef Show.
Wrestling is not a passion anymore. It's a job now.
Jey Uso is currently crashing out on social media because of all the hate that he gets. And look, don't send hate to Jey Uso. This is just me explaining as to why people just don't gel with him. Even Triple H noted on WWE Unreal,
and like, this is everything you ever wanted, right? Like your own spotlight, your own moment, your own, this, all that stuff. But it can all go away in the blink of an eye because you get complacent. You can't be wheezing after your entrance because you're too blown up to get up and do your shit.
at the end of the day, it's just criticism. The WWE and we, the audience, have given him multiple opportunities after multiple opportunities, and Jey Uso has yet to improve on them, and it's been over a year, man, come on. And that's just why people will never take him seriously as a serious performer. But that's all that I have for you folks. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up, as it really does help with the channel. This channel is now 1 year old, people. Woo! 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 Very excited. I really love making videos for this channel, and I hope you guys feel the same way. And subscribe, as we're on the road to 320 subscribers. Yes, this was filmed way in advance. And until next time.